morning. We are so glad you're here with us on CNN this morning. I'm so happy to be joined by my friend Erica Hill. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to be back with you.
Nice to have you, but we do start with sad news as we get to 5 things to know for this Friday, June the 16th. A deadly tornado ripping across the Texas. The sun is about to come up in Perryton, and we're going to see the devastation from these deadly tornadoes.
Extensive devastation there.
And deaths. Yeah, exactly. That is where we begin this morning with a devastating tornado ripping through Perryton, Texas overnight.
Problem in this country right now, and it's a big burden for a lot of families.
Yeah, it certainly is. We also want to get your take on this next one, which is the talker of the morning here at CNN this morning. Beyonce is being blamed by an official in Sweden for jacking up inflamed out.
Look at his kid. It's my favorite picture of him with his little.
U.S. officials are now saying Russian-speaking hackers are likely the conspirators behind a global cyber attack that hit several U.S. government agencies. Beyond that, officials are saying, quote, several hundred companies and organizations in the U.S. could also be affected by the hacking spree. Joining us now, Floridel, have you been briefed? What's your level of concern this morning?
Haven't been briefed on this specifically.
Believe that's a direct line, that the Chinese government is using that source code to then go around and go after U.S. government agencies potentially or businesses?
Look, I can't imagine that they're not. And we know on our businesses, one, to put them on their back areas in that public-private sector that we're always trying to bridge and have a lot of work to do. But gosh, on the government
documents that the former president allegedly had include information about military capabilities, both U.S. and foreign, the U.S. nuclear program at risk. Given how the former president
going to see a very difficult and complex and convoluted legal case here because you have conflicting statutes in the Presidential Records Act and in the Espionage Act.
So but the Presidential Records Act, right,
is a newer and more specific law that many legal. And you're actually making my point. There's a lot of confusion of what belongs to the president, what belongs to the public. And
so it's clear that once the president leaves office,
let me finish. The National Archives just
the documents. I mean, you're citing that this happens a lot. Saying you took these by accident, you can return them. We can avoid all of this here. Yeah. Multiple times, the archives tried to get that information, those records, some of this, because there is some confusion, right, in the way that you're laying things out. These are not all apples to apples. We're basically out of time, but it's important to note President Biden, the special Biden is still being investigated, right? Vice President Pence.
And we'll see how long that goes.
You talk about these tapes.
It's amazing that this one went in just a few months.
To a basket that are not all the same. And I do think it's important for our viewers to understand the differences there.
Hope you guys unpack those.
We're going to have to, we will, we have multiple times, we have multiple fact checks on the website as well. I'm told
about it, but it really is a tipping point as people try to use the courts to get some action because legislations have done.
You're going to weigh in on this next one. Psychedelic mushrooms. Could they? Yeah. Did you know that?
Why are they making me stay for this one?
Get ready.
As always, Ms. Erica Hill.
Back at you, sister.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Enjoy.
Everyone have a great weekend. CNN News Central starts now.